Hi, Christina. I'm just getting the comments coming through. Hi, Shaz. Right, let's get a card going as it is the final live of 2021, which sounds amazing. Sounds incredible. So, I want you to put in the comments, how has 2021 been for you guys? Let me know. Has it been good? What's been happening in 2021? Oh, I love this card. So, how can you mother yourself? And I think this is such a good energy that's going to be coming through in tonight's calls. So, I have been doing this for the past couple of weeks. Unfortunately, I haven't managed to get on live, and that's because I've been taking the rest. I have had COVID, and I've literally decided that yes, sometimes you just need the rest, sometimes you need to cancel things, sometimes you need to change your plans, and that's okay. It's really given me a chance to embrace the fact that sometimes we just need to slow down, watch some crap TV, eat a lot of food, and chill. So that's what I've been doing, if anybody's been wondering where I am. Hi, Oswald. So lots of growth been happening for Christina. Oswald, how has your 2021 been? Tonight's we've got this card. So this is really saying that it's about time to give ourselves the love. It's about time to give ourselves that grace that we give out to everybody else. And if you haven't seen, my gorgeous friend Christina Wellsom, who is in this group, has just launched her new book. So she's launched this new book called Loved, and it is incredible. I can't put it down. I've literally bought it today. So if you haven't got that yet, please get a copy. It's 77 pence here in the UK. I think it's 99 cents in the US. And it is incredible. Her journey, what she's been through, she shares it, and it's all about how she started to love herself. So this is a perfect card. And I'm going to be talking a lot about this tonight because I feel that when we get to the end of the year, often we start to look at all the things we haven't done. We start to look at all the things we would love to change about ourselves, and we create this whole list of things that we think are gaps within us. We think they're things that we've got to fix, or we've got to make better, or we've got to improve, and we come up with this amazing list. And sometimes they're huge, they're massive. And we literally come up with these lists, and they become what we focus on next year. So it's like we start off trying to fix ourselves or change things about us, and it's always this coming from this place of lack. We always set these goals, objectives, whatever you want to think, resolutions. They're always from a place of lack and where you wish you were rather than where you are. And actually embracing where you are is more powerful than wishing to be something else. And this is what I talk about in this week's podcast episode, because it really is about, it's not about changing everything about you. Manifesting is about embracing all parts of you so that you are the wholest version that you could ever be. Let me just catch up on comments. I'm thankful to have made it through 2021. It was a hectic year, at times frustrating, yeah. And Christina's popped the link into the book as well. So if anybody hasn't got the book, Loved by Christina, then please go and get a copy. All the proceeds go to charity. It all goes to LMU Girls. And it is amazing. Hi, Kerry. Nice to see you. So in this week, I want to talk about how 2021 has been. And sometimes when we look backwards, we think, oh, we define the year as one thing. We define the year as one huge thing that's happened to us. We can put so much weight on certain circumstances, certain things. And in the podcast, I share a lot of what's happened this year for me. So, this was the year I got divorced. This was the year that finally come through and I got divorced. So the old me would have looked back and went, 2021 was the year I got divorced. Or it would have looked back and went, 2021 was the year I got COVID for Christmas. But it wasn't. There is so much more that's happened in a year. And even in a day, if you look in a 24-hour period, we often say we're having a bad day. And when you look at it, you may be having a bad 15 minutes, but you're letting it affect that whole day. So the podcast was aimed at getting you to look and reflect at your whole of last year and look at the highs, look at the lows, look at everything that's happened and look at it as a whole, rather than going, this one thing happened and it totally destroyed my whole year. That one thing might have brought so many other things into your life. It might have been the best redirect you could ever possibly have asked for. It could have been something that's, opened so many doors or allowed you to meet new people. So it's really looking at the year for what it is. Some of it is going to be bad, some of it's going to be good, because life is about the roller coaster. Life's about feeling all the emotions, not just the ones that we want to feel. It's about feeling all of them. And without them low emotions, we're never going to feel the high. We're never going to feel that joy, that abundance, that absolute I am singing from the top of the rooftops type of feeling, because we wouldn't know what that was if we were there all the time. So it's really about getting the balance of some things are going to go well and some things are going to go not so well. Hi, Jamie. So part of what I talk about in the podcast is that life is not meant to be perfect. If you're starting to manifest in practice because you want this perfect life, it's not going to happen. It's all about embracing those highs and the lows, because do you know what? Some of them lows are incredible. They make the biggest shifts in your life. They get you on the path that you are meant to be on. They get you to the place that you could never, ever have been brave enough to take on your own. So please don't be scared of the lows. And if you're in one at the minute, just embrace what you can and really think it is just temporary and you are going to get to where you want to be. So it is really not about making the world perfect for you. It's about embracing everything. It's about knowing you can go through a year and it can be the year you get divorced. It can be the year you get COVID for Christmas, but it can also be the year that you become an international bestseller. It can be the year that you pivot in your business so that you step into who you're meant to be. It can bring so much in that short space of time. So have a think now and think, what has 2021 really brought for you? It could have brought them amazing highs, but it could have brought them amazing lows as well. And that's okay. We're all right with both. And it really has to be, the lows are the leaps, Christina, definitely. And it really has to be that it's not just about making your world outside perfect, but accepting you for who you are. So you and all your flaws and you and all them little things that you think are downsides to you, embrace them all. So, I've spent my whole life being told I am half mattress. Like literally my mum used to tell me I was so lazy, I wanted to lie in bed all the time. Like she was like half woman, half mattress, and that was what she would tell me. And I've had this real thing about it, even to the point where I go on all these mindset courses and they talk about entrepreneurs and how it's like the 5 a.m. club. And if you're not up at 5 a.m., you're never going to be a millionaire and all this stuff. And it's just had this, my mum's voice ringing in my head and ringing in my head. And this year I have had to really embrace the fact that I'm a night owl. I'm never going to want to get up at 7 a.m. Today, I took the rest and my body like literally was zonked all morning. And I was in bed till 1:30 this afternoon. So with COVID, I was just like, my body's had enough. I was in bed till 1:30 and I got up and I didn't feel guilty one little bit. I just thought, do you know what? It's what you need. Just let it be. And I can still sit here done up. I thought I'll get myself done up. I'll put a nice dress on. It's the last live of 2021. And I can still sit here and do all of that, even though I've been lazy all day. And that's okay. We just embrace who we are. So I don't want anyone to be hard on themselves for anything they're doing. When it comes to the point that we're doing things that are hindering you, sabotaging you, then that's a different story. But if you're just embracing all them parts of you, all them quirks, all them flaws, then that's good. That is the best way to be. And start to think about, what do you need to embrace more about you in 2022, rather than thinking that's something that needs to be fixed or something needs to be improved. What do you want to embrace? So if you're thinking, I need a new fitness routine or something like that, why do you want that fitness routine? Do you want to feel better about yourself? Because if you do, then you start to put that love inside. That is the only thing that's going to count, because you could have the best fitness routine ever. You could get to the end, you could be super slim, super amazing looking, and still look in the mirror and not have that love for yourself because you've not worked on that bit. So really embrace those parts of you that you think are missing, because they're not, they're just there, they just need reattached. So I hope that helps to think about going forward, and whether you've got a bucket list of things that you're trying to fix, or whether you're actually trying to let yourself grow and shine, because 2022 is all about shining. 2021 has been the year of growth. It's been the year of everything being turned upside down on its head. It's been that year of absolute planting the seeds, because 2022 is our year to absolutely break free and step into who we are meant to be. So please, please, do not try and fix things. Embrace all them bits about you that are so, so special and so unique to be you. Love that. Everyone is different. Yeah, definitely. They really are, Jamie. I'd love to know what little quirks you have that you've tried to fix over the years because you've been told are wrong as well. So definitely the laziness one for me, but actually it works in my favour massively. So I'm a night owl, but I'm in the UK, and you guys who often watch my things and are on my things are in the US. So actually the fact that I love to work at night is a bonus. You know, it works in my favour. So really these little things that we try and iron out of ourselves or tweak or change, they're actually given to us because that's what makes you successful, or you really good at something. So please don't like knock these little quirks. They really are. They're put into you for some reason. So when you embrace it, you can actually see the reason that it's being given. Another thing about 2021 has really, really shifted, and it's this success metrics. What are you saying is successful for you? For me, because I was drilled into, you've got to have a good job, you've got to have this, you've got to have that. I literally had this metrics around my business, around if I wasn't making the money I earn at work to the money I earn in my business, it wasn't successful. And I had this real fixation on where my success level was in that. And it blocked so much. It stopped me appreciating all of the things that I've done. It stopped me thinking I've actually got everything in my business that I was looking to achieve. And I really am happy with where that is. So what success metrics are you putting on yourself? So I've done so much around my relationship with money, because we talk about money, we either don't talk about money because we're scared to and we find it vulgar, or we do talk about money and it becomes something that we have this resistance around. And actually money is real energy. It's got this real flow about it, and connecting in with that energy of it and seeing what it wants to give you and how it wants to treat you and how it wants to show you love is so, so powerful. And that's where I'm going to be focusing a lot of attention next year. Because a lot of the growth I've felt this year is by really changing this success metrics, but also this relationship with money, which has freed me up to be me, more of me. Because it ties to so much, your self-worth, your confidence, absolutely everything. And it's powerful when you release all of that. So watch for that coming. That's going to be coming out next year. There's a new program coming around it as well, because it really is about aligning that relationship and letting it support you to get to those big dreams, because that's the only way it's going to happen. Really setting yourself free so that you're the one deciding things. You are the one who is putting your own self-worth first. So have a focus on where your self-worth is going into 2022. And it really is about, what are you measuring yourself against? What are you kind of benchmarking yourself against? Don't set these unrealistic targets and then be disappointed when you don't meet them, because the universe might have a different plan for you. And without seeing that, you won't know how to pivot. So bear that in mind. I've had a lot, you're good enough, pretty enough, yeah. Love that. Everyone's different. I tend to need to do everything and struggle to ask for help. That's a huge one, Oswald. Asking for help is a massive, massive thing. And it's the only way to really receive. You know, we've got to do that work on that. So that's a good one to acknowledge, and that could be a good thing to embrace going forward, especially when we've got this card, which is all about mothering yourself. So think about that. The next thing is, there's been a big shift this year around letting go what is not aligned anymore. Now, this is a hard one for a lot of people. And often when we're thinking of things from that financial aspect as well, we struggle to let go of things that don't work. We stay in jobs that we don't want. We stay in relationships that we're not so happy with. We even keep old clothes that don't suit us anymore because we're worried about buying new, or all of this stuff. We have all of these things that we're kind of holding on to, or old sentimental things and things that are just clogging up our energy. And this year is all been about seeing what isn't aligned with you. So what relationships do you need to release? What income streams do you need to release? What connections do you need to let go of? Really have a think before you go into 2022. Have a think, where is it you want to go and what doesn't feel good around that? Where is the energy feeling light, or where is it feeling heavy? And what it is, you've got to make that choice. So I was totally spreading my energy quite thin between, you know, being a leadership coach at work and then doing this, doing the membership, starting new programs. I was finding that my energy was spread everywhere, and you can't constantly do that. So I had to take a bit of stock and go, right, where am I going and what is coming with me? And, you know, unfortunately, I'd made the decision to close down my membership this month. So that was a huge, huge thing for me. Some of them women have been in there, and Oswald as well, have been in there for so long, and they've been such a part of my journey that was such a big decision to make. But I just felt that where I was going to, it's just not aligning with the energy. So something needed to shift, something needed to realign, and that was the decision I made. So sometimes, even when you're thinking of these income streams that were coming in, because it is an income stream I have, and it was a big cut to make that, but actually I know that it's going to work out. So it's just thinking, what is aligning with you? And are you making a decision based on trying to hold on to something, or are you making a decision because it's based on where it is you see your energy going to? So really think about that. You know, what is aligned with you at the minute? What isn't? What is feeling like you can't give 100%? And sometimes you've just got to let things go. And to do that, you're freeing up space, you're freeing up energy, you're freeing up more things for you to be able to focus on. And it's okay to do that as well. Hi, Ginger. I haven't had any new clothes in like 3 years. Time to let go, up level, and allow the abundance to flow. Yes, it definitely is. And I was exactly the same. So I ended up losing at one point about 3 stone. And then I never ever rebuilt my wardrobe. I just kind of like let things, I would buy little bits here and there. And then I look back now and my wardrobe's just full of a load of crap. So really, make sure you are upgrading these things and letting go of what you don't need. I'm going to have a mass declutter tomorrow and get rid of all the old clothes I don't wear. This wardrobe is full of stuff I don't wear, and it just needs to go and create space for the new. So think about that in your own life. Where have you got this energetic clutter around you? Because it's physical and it's emotional. So if you've got any emotional ties to people as well, or things that make you feel resentment, anger, all of that, cut them cords, let it all go, do the forgiveness work, and really start to move on and leave that energy where it is, and you take your new energy into 2022. Because it's about, next year is really about you stepping up. The energy is shifted. I don't know whether you've felt this, but over the last few months, the energy has shifted and it's vibrating at a real, like, whoa, we're going up here. So we've all been at this place where we've literally had everything turn on its head. We've had all the soil break. We've had all the seeds being planted, and you felt that disruption. You felt the energy change. You felt things falling away. You felt the relationships break down. You felt things happening. And it's all been happening because it's getting you to this place where you're going to be ready to come out and shine. You are ready to bloom next year. So think about that. This is about you blooming, and the only way to do that is dropping that dead weight. So really have a think about where it is you need to focus that attention and do that moving into 2022. Yes, lost a ton of weight and I dislike my whole wardrobe. So much clutter. Yeah, definitely. Cut them cords and huge vibrational shifts. Definitely, Ginger. So they were the 3 things I've covered so far. So basically, life is not meant to be perfect. You're not meant to be perfect. So please don't try and force that. Success, look at what you are measuring your success by. You know, that is a key one for so many people. We measure success based on something that maybe the universe isn't ready for. You know, I spent so long thinking as an entrepreneur I shouldn't have a full-time job. And actually, my full-time job, I get to coach in it and I absolutely love it. So why am I trying to pull myself away from something that I enjoy? Now I just feed my energy to where it needs to be, and I give that as much as I give everything else because I do enjoy it. So why would I try and cut that off because there's some expectation that I think being an entrepreneur is? It doesn't make sense. So think about what expectations are you putting on your own success. You know, me and Oswald, we've had this conversation. Oswald wanted to have his published book out by the end of this year. Now, he didn't get the one out he wanted, but he'd become an international best-selling author in another space. So Oswald, I hope you are remembering that conversation and really bigging yourself up as well. So yeah, think about them success metrics and then let go of what is not aligned anymore. Let go of what is carrying that dead weight. And sometimes that's hard, but by freeing other people as well, it frees them to go and do other things. It frees them to go and have more richer relationships. So please don't see it as an ending. Please don't see it as you're doing something to someone if you're cutting any ties. You're not. You're just giving them the space to bring in new as well. That's new for them, vibrating at their energy. But you don't have to match your vibrational energy to someone else. So think about that when you're realigning. And then lastly, it's about that growing. If you are growing, if you are feeling the pain, if you're feeling the transition, if you're feeling everything turn upside down, that is because you are growing. So please don't see that as a negative. Don't see it as you're off track. Don't see it as things have all gone tits up and you're meant to be manifesting and things are meant to be perfect. It's not that at all. It's just the universe needs to break a few eggs to realign you to where you need to be. So all the disruption, all the negativity, all the stuff that we think is an absolute nightmare for us is actually just aligning to where you need to be. So please just embrace that process. It's like you need the storm to see the rainbows. So don't fight the storm. Just know it's not going to last forever and the rainbow will be out soon. So whatever storm you're weathering at the minute, just know it is part of getting you to where you need to be. So learn what you need to learn, let go of what you need to let go of, and step into who you're meant to be going into 2022. So what I'm hoping is that this has given you insight into not only how to measure your success in 2021, because when you're looking back, don't define 2021 by one thing. Don't define it by the fact that you maybe, had a hard time in 1 month of the year or whatever that was for you. Define it as the fact of what it was for a whole. What did you get from that whole year? Think about how much growth you've went through. Think about what you've actually faced and got through. You have got through all of the hardest days of your life so far. So really think about that. And then where you want to go in 2022. Where do you want to be? Who do you want to be? That is most important. Now, it's not about completely changing who you are, but who are you stepping into? What energy are you taking with you? All them good bits about you, all them other bits that you're going to embrace. If you embraced all the negative flaws, how much better would you feel? So don't look to change everything, but look to embrace everything. And then you're stepping up from that higher level of vibration. So Does that help you think about moving into 2022 with a completely different mindset and not focusing on just things that you think you're not very good at? Because I used to do that all the time. I used to be like, right, I need to lose weight, I need to do this, I need to get a new job, it was all the stuff that just were going crap in my life. I used to set them as my goals, set them as my intentions. And the thing is, because they were going crap, I would, say that they were the things that needed to change. And actually, I was just building up more resistance to change. The change happened when I felt good about myself. You think if you're leaving a job at the minute and you're at the point where you feel like you hate your job, you sat at a desk, you're doing things you don't like, and this is the energy you're pouring into it. Actually, all you're doing is, even if you got a new job, you are taking that energy with you. Whereas if you started to look at what you love about your job, whether it's your colleagues, whether it's flexibility, whether it's the pay and what all the stuff it gets you to do and allows you to do outside of work, if you focus on that, you're taking all of that into the next new job. So really think, where is your focus at when you're trying to manifest these new things? It's not always about looking at the negatives and looking at changing them round. Sometimes it's about pulling in the positives and bringing them out. So all the things working out for my benefit, major rainbows, love that. Love that mindset shift, and where your focus goes, yeah, it grows. And that is so true. So have a real think going into 2022. What is it you want to embrace about yourself? What are them quirky little things that you've been overlooking or been told they're not right, you shouldn't be that way, you shouldn't have that? That is your magic. Them little things are your secret sauce. So whatever they are, bring them out. The way I look at the world, the way I look at things is completely different to my family. And they always thought I was probably a little bit weird. But this is what I do now. That weirdo inside is actually here to make a difference. So if you don't let them out, you're not going to know what you could achieve. So let that inner weirdo out. Embrace the inner weirdo. Bring that to full throttle in 2022, because it is about stepping into who you're meant to be and who you're aligned with. Your soul desires are coming out. And the thing is, your desires, whatever they are, whatever them wants are that you may be burying deep down inside, they're there because you're here to fulfill them. You are here to have them desires. Whatever they are, do not dismiss them. So whatever's coming up for you, embrace that in 2022. Go for it. Even if it seems crazy, even if you can't see the possibility at the end of it, even if you're thinking this is a crazy idea, how could I ever make any money out of this? Go for it. Do not hold yourself back. It's time to try new things. Let the universe guide you and step into who it is you were brought here to be. So please don't hold yourself back by setting resolutions or setting things that are a bucket list of things that you do wrong, because all it's going to do is make you feel bad, because you don't really need to change them things about you. You just need to embrace them. So any questions before we finish? Just a reminder to get yourself a copy of the loved book, which is Christina's book, which is out today. I am trying to get her onto the bestseller list in the UK. So anyone in the UK, get buying that book. Also anyone in America or wherever you are, I will pop all the links in, but please support her. All the money goes to Elamu Girls. So again, we're supporting that amazing charity. And I have started reading the book today and I literally couldn't put it down. It's so amazing, and it's all about her self-love journey. So it's going to help so many people. So please get yourself a copy. And if you have any questions that you think of, then let me know. I'll go into this a lot more in the podcast. There might be a little bit of COVID rambling. I can't help it. I thought the other day I'm recording the podcast, but I probably was a little bit delirious. I don't know. Could have been. So please bear that in mind. But it goes through these 4 points. And it really is about life's not meant to be perfect. So stop setting that expectation. If you have a bad month, if you had if you're feeling those low feelings, let them ride, let them flow through you, let them feel them feelings. All feelings are meant to be felt. So please don't push them to one side, because they're just going to come back and we need to feel them. So see what them feelings are telling you. And it might be telling you, these are your guidance system. Our feelings are telling us what's wrong. So if something's wrong, acknowledge it and then change it. Move it forward. Do not avoid the feelings. Success, watch how you're measuring it. It doesn't get measured by pounds. It gets measured by your own self-worth. So if that's where you need to put the focus, then you need to look at that. And setting yourself unexpected, really high expectations is not the way to go. You've got to set yourself things that you can confidently step into by growing into that next version of you. So make sure it's all about growth. Make sure it's all about you and becoming that next version, rather than about everything you don't do. Let go of what isn't aligned. Mass declutter of everything. So Facebook friends, like everything, just get a massive declutter, get it done. And then remember that when you're growing, you're going to break some dirt. You're going to have these periods where things are messy, they're dirty, they feel awful, but that's okay, because it means you're growing. So you're going through that ego, you're going through that comfort zone, you are breaking through that threshold. That is what it's all about. So keep going when you're at that stage. Any questions before I finish? So Happy New Year, yeah. And yeah, Happy New Year to everyone. I hope you have an amazing time, whatever it is you're doing. Make sure you get lots of rest, lots of time with family and friends, and just have a really good New Year. And then watch out for 2022, because we have some amazing things coming out. Like I said, I'm doing a new course that I'm launching in January. So on the 25th of January, I'm going to be hosting a webinar. So I will be giving you more details on that. And it's all about you stepping up and aligning with that most abundant self, that most highest version of you, and really releasing all them ties that you have with money, all that ugly money relationship that you maybe have, so that you can actually live the life that your desires want you to live. So that's going to be incredible. So watch out for that. And any questions on the replay, I will go back and answer them. But thank you everyone for joining me, and I will see you all in 2022. Bye.